Greetings and welcome into Ankh Plays. Thanks for joining me here on our Reliving the Legends series where we begin episode 13 of our Pixel Remaster Final Fantasy playthrough. And just looking at the map here, we're going to continue into the Cavern of Earth. And what we're looking for, I'm not entirely sure. We definitely want to get to the bottom. I think we can do that. But we haven't managed to make it there just yet. So I was just kind of looking over the mini-map. It looks like we have explored everything except for what's down here, perhaps, in this side here. There's another door that contains a room over here, so I think we want to double back and kind of go through all of that now that we know where the stairs that go down further into the cavern are. And we're going to continue to get attacked. Nothing down here has been particularly threatening to our group. There are some earth elementals in the chests that we found that do hit pretty hard, but it's nothing that a softie or a clothy can stand. They can take at least one hit, which is fine. So smooth sailing, pretty much, you know. We did a little bit of an over-prepare in between episode 11 and episode 12, where we did a massive amount of grinding, primarily to obtain the necessary gil to get Zest his knight's armor and purchase a bunch of extra spells. Oh, hello. Okay, you want to talk to me. This is going to be... Oh, hey, it's an earth elemental this time. It's standing out in the open. No problem. Zest one-shots the earth elemental. Alright, well. 575 gil. A leather shield. And 5k. Alright, well. That was actually a pretty good treasure room, if I'm being honest. And we're just going to double back. In the name of Final Fantasy, we'll double back. Make sure that there's not any other secrets or anything. I don't think that there is, but we'll just make sure, you know. Yeah, these cobras are not threatening at all. Just take a little bit of time to grind through, you know. That's really the only downside. But all XP is good XP. Get out of the way, Kiki. We might not even need to do this, but some of the completionists who are watching this might say, well, Ankh, you know, you wouldn't have known that the exit was down there, which I didn't. And maybe there's another treasure room down here, so we'll take advantage of Daewoo to make this a little bit easier for us. Lovely. It is barbecue time. Like, if I didn't have the minimap, I would be walking around over here before I went downstairs. Call me strange, but that's how you would have had to do it without the minimap. So we'll do a little bit of the same battles. Keep the battle count up. Okay, we will get a level. Yeah, okay. So this is just coming back. I didn't think I would see anything here. That's fine. We'll probably get the level off of these cobras. Chomp chomp. wait a little bit more. Let's check out the level ups here for Zest. He's going to crack the 600 hit point barrier. That's great, 32. One more point of strength, a little bit more damage. Almost 500 for Fritz. A point in strength, a point in stamina, a point in intellect, and a point in luck. Very well-rounded level up there. Good job, Fritz. Flo, a big hit point upgrade. That is amazing. With luck and intellect, so nice progression there. And then for Daewoo, it's probably not the best hit point upgrade, but stamina, which helps, and intellect as well. Okay, back to the stairs. Let's check that map. Am I on the right way here? Yeah, relatively speaking. Just keep going southeast. You'll get there eventually. Stop to ask this Hill Gigas for directions. And we'll keep charging at level 33. This troll's ambushing us. How'd that work out for you, troll? Yeah, just need 10k more XP. Little ways to go on that, guys. Take out those wargwolves. I think those are the wargwolves. Oh no, those are the werewolves. I know what monster is what. Okay, here we go. Cavern of Earth, basement level 3. Okay, so we got a treasure room straight off the gate, straight off the bat. Wraiths? Have we seen these before? I feel like we have. Getting ambushed by them doesn't feel nice, but I don't think that's. I don't think they're too threatening. And definitely hammering on Fritz. He's taking about 60-something damage, I think, here. We might stop in that treasure room just to catch our breath and make sure that we've got enough healing here. Yeah, let's stop real briefly here. So, Flo is looking at... Let's just drop some cures on folks here. Do a little bit of maintenance. So 5 out of 9. 5 cures left. 5 curas. Poisonas is the only thing we've got there. The Curagas, with Life and Stonera for that and Protera, but yeah, okay. No problem. Sleeping bag. Okay. That's totally fine. Tarantulas and ochre jellies. I don't remember what these guys do, but I think that the softies, the clothies can handle the tarantulas. No, I was wrong. Don't want to find out what those ochre jellies are going to do, though, so we'll knock them down first. Definitely a little bit more aggressive monster mix here. Okay, so now the question is, do I go to the right or to the left? Pisco Demons, these guys are no joke. At least the last time we encountered them, they were no joke. 3 damage. Zest is going to laugh it off. I think we've trivialized them with 1 hits there. And so the question is to the west or to the east. I think I'm going to go west. 3,400 gil. Boy, I guess I didn't really need to farm. My god. They don't really hurt that bad, it seems like. Even on the clothies. I think we'll be able to hang here for a little while at least. This is definitely not one that we want. Definitely not a comp that we want to face off against a bunch of times. Nice hit, crit from Flo there. I think it was Flo. Maybe it was Somebody else. That's a lot of ogre chiefs, you guys. This is the very definition of too many chiefs. There we go. Lots of hits, but mostly meaningless at the end of the day. Gotta preempt on the wraiths here. This should be no problem. We will go for another round, though, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. Daewoo pulling through with a solid 100 damage hit there. Oops. Okay, so there's 2 more treasure rooms. We'll go to the furthest one, and then we'll come back on the way and pick up the rest of them. Cockatrices. Classic Final Fantasy enemy. I think this is our first encounter with them. I'm a little anxious to see how threatening they are. It seems like they're not very threatening, but they could have a very high damage capability if they get the right spell or attack off. So, just keep that in mind, that there's cockatrices down here. And it might just be a fun fact. Clothies don't do a lot of damage to the mummies, I've noticed. Okay, so this seems like a vampire. All things in this world is designed to end in death. The seal cannot be broken, and so the earth shall rot. Oh, well. You cannot alter destiny. Did we find the bottom of this place? Mere mortals cannot kill the undying. You underestimate. Okay. Let's get... Let's throw a Proterra down. What do we think? Well, hang on a second. We'll throw haste on Zest. It's 250 damage there. 40 damage. Coming back. Haste on Zest. Proterra on everybody. Okay, so he heals at 14. And let's see. We can drop a heal on everybody, I think. That is Cura. That does come from the Curas. Let's try silence on him. And then let's drop a quake on our vampire friend. This is what you get for grinding right here. Okay, so I don't know what that did. If that actually... Did we break the seal? Oh. We have a Star Ruby, you guys. Nice. I've always wanted a Star Ruby. Let's take a look at the items and go to key items. Enormous red jewel. Okay. Cool. Well, so we've defeated the vampire here, and I don't think we've actually broken the seal, but we have a Star Ruby. And my memory is bad enough to where I don't know if we've been told about this or not. So, let's keep going. Monsters! Another Earth Elemental. You don't scare me, Mr. Earth Elemental. That was a respectable hit, though. And when they do get a lick in, they're no slouch. Oops. Flo, I'd like you to do some magic for us. Not good enough, not good enough. I'll drop one on Zest, just to keep things current. So I think if there's not a passageway down, then we just need to finish exploring this level and then come back to Melmond, I suppose, with the Star Ruby. But I'm not entirely sure what to do next. I guess we'll find out. I was really expecting a little bit harder of a fight with that vampire, if I'm being 100% honest. Okay, so... an Earth Elemental, of course. Man, they hit like trucks. He did, why did we do that? We didn't even need to fight that guy. Get out of the way, bat. Some jelly. And some canning jars. There we go. Okay, so we have done the western side of this cave. And once we take care of the wraiths here, we'll go ahead and take a look at exactly what else needs to happen. Just look at the map. We're definitely going to explore the eastern side of this to see what else is there. Fritz being paralyzed. Snap out of it, Fritz. Rub some dirt on it. Oops. We'll figure it out eventually. So, we came from down here. Yep. And it looks like there's a treasure room, a dead room, and another dead room. I'm just gonna beeline to the treasure room. And, I think we'll have to come back here, if I remember correctly. Some ghasts and some whites. Get ambushed? Wow. These guys are a little mean. Nice block, Zest. Okay, these guys are annoying. Just because of the paralysis. That was a real lucky paralysis, too. Let's drop some potions. It's like 50 HP a pop. We can hang with that for a little bit. Should be the last room. Hey, look at that. Womp. Getting a preemptive strike against wolves is really, really fantastic. It's almost like a regular battle for everybody else. Now they're gonna all start going now. There we go. The werewolves are dead. That's pretty efficient in terms of just using melee attacks. Lovely. Okay, one more treasure chest, and of course there's going to be an earth elemental that comes flying out of it. First with a killing blow. Golden needle, excellent. Can always never have too many golden needles. I believe those cure stone. Split these attacks up. We could probably actually have Daewoo start dropping some Firas or something else that's AoE, because I think we've killed the boss and we've obtained the Star Ruby. Flo's the only one that can't kill a werewolf or a wargwolf in one shot. Keep working on that one, Flo. There's a critical hit. Well, these wolves are, they're just so fast that it really makes it a challenge. No, they're not really threatening. I think if we had just wolves from here on out, that would definitely be a threat. But, you know, with the map and everything else, it's kind of trivialized it. With the biggest trivialization being, of course, our level. Yeah, I didn't do that right. Okay, well, we are headed back to the surface. Oh dear. Yeah, go after these guys. I'm gonna drop a Firaga. Hey. That's what we call efficiency right there. Just ignite everybody. Send them back to Kingdom Come. Amazement level 2. We will check the map in just a moment. And we'll use some of Daewoo's spell slots to kind of expedite some of these battles, even though it might be a little bit overkill. There's another Fira. Love it. Let's check that map. So we need to come back up and around. Oh, that's right, yeah. Well, the Cavern of Earth, we definitely over-leveled for it, so the fact that it wasn't as challenging as it probably could have been is definitely on us. But the Warriors of Light are sticklers for preparedness. And so that's what we're going to continue to do. Get out of the way. I think we just melee these guys. The crit from Daewoo. Yeah, beautiful. It will be nice to get back to the inn. I will say that. And we already did all the treasure rooms in here, so... And we're at the Cavern of Earth. Yeah, we haven't gotten back to that other point of interest on the far west, which I'm interested in. Like, I'm interested in knowing. Whoa. Yeah, there's... It's labeled as a point of interest, but there's not any actual discovery for it. Interesting. so that's just going to do the same thing. We're almost done, guys. We're almost out. And I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. It seems like we go back to Melmond and rest up. There's not really a good place to resupply in Melmond because we don't have any of the... There's not an item shop there, but I don't really think that matters. So we have made it back, though, which is excellent. We've made it back to the world map. Thank goodness. I was definitely concerned about going down there and without teleport, but you know, I guess we'll have to wait a little bit further into the game in order to acquire that spell. And just remember that teleport is available in Crescent Lake, and we'll come back to it. Oops. Took one of the longer routes to get home. Inconsequential ghouls. Yeah, we'll run back to town and we'll just have a little bit of a nap in the inn. That inn is it's cheap. We'll just say that it's cheap. There's a poison. We'll drop a Poisona maybe after the fight. We almost got enough XP for a level there, too. I guess we could do the forget. Okay, there's the command that I was looking for earlier. I was thinking about dropping one of those other black magic spells for the teleport, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. We'll be fine. There we go. Welcome back to Melmond. A little bit of peace and quiet. Some respite. I think we can afford 100 gil. Pleasant dreams. Thank you. It's always lovely to get them spell slots back. Okay, so everyone's maxed at hit points and maxed in spells. Let's take a look at our items. We're at 39 antidote, 38 potion. So we're still kind of supplied up. I'm not entirely sure what the next step is here, because we definitely killed the... Maybe we should talk to some of these people and just see. Vampire's dead, yet the earth is still decaying. What's going on? Okay, so it's not just me. What do you have to say? You're the Warriors of Light, aren't you? Well, yes, we are. Restore the crystals to grace. Yeah, that's definitely something we want to do. Something else is causing it. Yeah, well, it's definitely... I mean, I'm sure the vampire was part of it. If the earth crystal regains its glow, life will return to the earth. The hills and the valleys will be green again. Okay. Stop by my father's shop. You're really not up on current events, girlfriend. Watts is my name. I've come all the way down from Drugar to find out the spring heed of the earth's decay. What do you have to say? In the cave to the southern tip of this continent lives a man named Sada. He is a wise man who knows much. Wise man who knows much. Do tell. I've heard that the ancients possess something with the power to make ships float in the sky. Well, okay, so that's just a blown up building. It's fallen in. So the civilization of the Northland has fallen into ruin. I won't remember that. What do you have to say, wise man? Okay. Used to be the closer you got to that cave, the more fertile the soil. Now it's a barren waste. Okay, well, we did do something. Long ago, Melmond was a beautiful town blessed by the richness of the earth. Thanks for the history lesson, dude. The giant living in the cave eats rocks. He'll eat just about any kind of rock, but I hear he especially likes gems. He can't get enough of them. Oh. There's nothing I, the great genius Dr. Uni, do not know. Why don't you tell me what to do next, Dr. Uni? Guys, I think we know what we need to do, and we will set out about on that immediately in our next installment of Reliving the Legends Final Fantasy, our Pixel Remaster playthrough. Thanks for joining me for episode 13. We'll wrap it up here, and as you go on about your day, well, don't forget to hit someone with a star ruby's worth of kindness. And we'll see you next time.